Hey, welcome everyone. It's Ben. How you doing? All right, I got some new software up and running. It's not perfect, but this is great because it allows me in a turnkey kind of way to quickly put together videos where I'm sharing my iPhone screen, and it's going to then be shared with you in the form of a private YouTube link. This way, the content can be exclusive for Story Trading members, VIP members, and then it gives us also the ability on a delay, depending on how sensitive the information is, a day later, a few days later, whatever it might be, to then put that up on YouTube to help market the Story Trading brand. And the other reason I wanted to do this is because the space that the raw video files take up on WhatsApp is huge. So I didn't want that to be an inconvenience to you guys. So let's see if I could do this going forward, right? Very quickly. Just drop in a YouTube link every morning. I'll try to do it. I don't know if I can commit to it yet, but we'll see. I'm trying to change up my schedule, be able to do this YouTube recording for you every morning and maybe once in a while, or we'll see. Maybe eventually I do it every day. We'll do a post market recap. Man, I can't wait though until the market volatility ends so we can get back to swing trading in a stable macro economic environment. It's very hard to do that right now. And, one feels compelled to take some action and to make some changes to the portfolio, maybe a little hedging, maybe a little trading. And that's the service we're offering to everyone in the community here now until things settle down. So I will quickly I'm not going to do a full one because this is more like a test of this new software. So just looking quickly at the QQQ, I will tell you for the first time since the Fed raised interest rates, I added back PSQ. I did that because you can see here, this is the 200 period moving average with the 5-minute candles. There you go, frequency 5 minutes. And I apologize for the resolution. This is the best I can get with this software. So we broke below that 200 period moving average on the 5. So I said, all right, let me sell some. It's not just a technical thing because I'm also looking at sentiment and I'm monitoring important Twitter accounts and comments from government and things like that. And I was starting to see talk about inflation in the afternoon, more talk about the geopolitics. So that's like the sentiment combined with the technical. So I stepped in a little bit here with PSQ. The other thing that's interesting is if you look at SPY, yesterday it broke above the 200 DMA and today right back below it. Okay. So that's what's going on with the major averages now. If you go to the 1-week chart, you can see it's still not really bullish there. And SPY, the 1-week chart, still hasn't broken out. But there's still risk to the upside just because of technicals. We're in a short squeeze. The RSI is still relatively low, right? But the macro, there's lots of concern about inflation, recession, all this kind of stuff. So, but there's no guarantee what happens. We talked numerous times about why a recession might not happen, or even if it does, it may be short-lived. But that's the big picture. Wow. Another thing I got back into gold. I drastically reduced my gold position after the Fed meeting. And now look at that 20 DMA. It didn't break out yet. A technical trader might wait for that breakout. But as a story trader, I am anticipating the breakout. A little bit of this V I'm looking at on the 5-day as well. But I'm anticipating it also because of the sentiment, because of the increased talk of inflation. And something that's very interesting, you see as gold was going up in the afternoon, you saw the market selling off a little bit. So you see this inverse relationship forming, which is the dynamic we had before the Fed raised the interest rates. And after that, we kind of lost that dynamic. Concerned about inflation again. And that's the narrative that's taking shape, which is why I'm anticipating a break of the 20 DMA. So I went back into gold in a heavy kind of way in my IRA today. So we'll see how that goes. Uranium disappointed today because, in our pre-market prep, we talked about oil and the oil names were great. Uranium was good in the morning, but you see it gave some back. So I don't know. I was not totally plugged in to know if there's any catalyst or particular sentiment about nuclear that got that going the wrong way. So that was a little bit not great for me because I do have some short-term call options in DNN as in addition to my long-term equity position in my IRA. So that trade not working out for me today. CCFI, one of my largest positions, did not have a great day. KMI, I have lots of call options on this, both short and long term. I really like the pitch that was made in the community by Tony. So we're monitoring that with USO and XLE up sharply today. What else do we want to point out? Strength of Tesla still holding on to most of its gains. Oh, did SMSI really close at 318? No, that was a fake little print there. Arcadia, this one's disappointed me because I've been using this as kind of a proxy for microcap ag bets, a speculative microcap ag plays. And maybe I should have just went with Arcadia instead of RW. And the reason really is I'm just familiar with RW from years ago. Our RKDA didn't really have a chance. So I'm in this. I actually added more this afternoon when I saw Arcadia break the 200 DMA. So hopefully that'll work out. My biggest trade today, I made a lot of money in my IRA trading the stock that I mentioned yesterday that I got in last night, and it worked out really well. I'm all out at this point. ALLG, it was a DSPAC, 1 million float. But I will tell you about this one. This to me seems like an awesome risk reward. It's SPAC this morning, first day trading. They changed the symbol today. They announced a merger with our Hub Cyber Security. Okay, going public March 23rd. How did they change the ticker symbol so fast? Press release to become publicly traded on Nasdaq. Okay, so to me, this deal did not close yet, so there's still protection at $10, and then you have the upside as a cybersecurity play that this can, go up 10, 15, 20, 30%, whatever, if it's picked up by traders. So I planted some big seeds there on RNER. I'm late. I got to go. I don't know that I'm planning on doing this every day. In fact, probably not. But Geo, by the way, had a nice press release on 2 additional employer wins. They seem like big employers. Something to look at there. IPI, I took some off the table today in my IRA because, man, I got in at 45. I did a little bit of averaging up, but I sold some in around 90 today because look at that chart, right? All right, so that's it, guys. Thank you. And we'll see if this new kind of format works for everybody in terms of just that link you click on YouTube. It keeps it private. Do not share outside of our community. I'm working so hard on this, man, like 18-hour days, to be honest with you. And we're working with Miriam and Billing, getting to each person one by one to make sure everyone's a paying member. And if you're not, that you get a special exception because you're a high value contributor. So thank you for all your support, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow.